reality is we will get hurt. You know, they sometimes describe dating as a contact sport, you know. Well, it's inevitable in being with each other. One of the other metaphors was the prickly porcupines that inevitably prick each other but still find a way to huddle for warmth. Well, we will hurt each other and we will have losses. And yet the ungloving, the undefended heart we discover a heart space that has room for all of that. That's where the freedom is. So as you practice now, you might just, bring yourself into a position to practice. Choose a relationship where you'd like to be more intentional, more present, more undefended. But don't choose a relationship that brings up a lot of trauma for you, because it won't serve you in this setting. Start with a relationship where it's more doable, where you can actually practice a little. It's still an exquisite risk. Any choice to stay present and be vulnerable is an exquisite risk. So bringing up a relationship where you'd like to be more there, more courageously present, as if you're at the end of your life looking back, that you'd really want to be more true to yourself. And as you have this person come to mind, sense your intentionality, that there's a willingness to explore that exquisite risk of uncovering, of opening a bit to the vulnerability that is in all of us, at your own pace. And you might scan and look for a situation with that person that illustrates where you get blocked, where in some way you move into more of your control strategies. You get caught up in getting distracted or judgmental or presenting yourself in some way or withholding, whatever it is, where it's hard for you to really land and arrive. And just to bring the lens a little closer, you might ask yourself in that situation, what is it I'm unwilling to feel? What might happen if I really paused and opened more and became more present? And that's beginning to have tea with Mara. That's where you can start recognizing, oh, okay. If I allow myself to pause and open, there's a fear that I'll be judged, or I'd have to put down a judgment. There's a fear that that person will never change in a way I want them to. I'll never get what I want. Or there's just an awkwardness that if I stop thinking or controlling or acting the way I normally do, I won't know how to be. I'll be embarrassed. So we begin to have tea with Mara by recognizing, this is rain. Oh, so that's what's going on. And the A of rain's to allow it. Just let it be there. That's the beginning of this willingness to stay. Just let it be there. It's as if you've paused the frame with this person. They're still there, but you're letting yourself really go inside. You begin to investigate and just feel in your body, where are you uncomfortable? What's going on inside you? You can include investigating and saying, well, what am I believing? Because maybe there's some belief that, wow, if I really open up some, the other person will judge me and not like me. They'll be uncomfortable. They'll want distance. Or believing if I put down my judgment or put down my agenda with that person, they'll never change and I'll never really have the person I want to be close to. What am I believing? But with whatever you find, come back to your body. Feel your throat, your chest, your belly, and sense where's the most vulnerability. Where do you feel most uncomfortable, scared, hurt, embarrassed? Breathe with it. And you might even, if it feels strong, put your hand on your heart and keep company, because that's the beginning of nurturing. Keep yourself company. Nurturing deepens when you just really bring love to that place, the part of you that's uncomfortable. You might send a message, it's okay, or it's okay, sweetheart, or just this belongs, this is natural. You might have a mantra like Rama, like Gandhi did. You might imagine the Divine Mother, some spiritual field of loving or light washing through you. Bring kindness to the place that feels vulnerable. See how much you can wash through your heart with a gentleness, a kindness. And sense the presence that wakes up, the heart space that opens. When you've had the courage to feel the vulnerability and bring kindness to it. You might, from the heart space that's here, now bring the other person onto your screen again and sense more choice in how you might relate with that person. What might be possible? Just sense what might be possible. Might you listen more? Ask them more questions that are real questions? Share something more truthful about yourself? Maybe you'll decide to in some way let them know you're caring about them, that you want to have them feel your care, or something you appreciate about them. Sense the choices that open up. You might imagine in the days and weeks to come that whenever you're with this person, that there can be a bit more presence with the real feelings inside you, a pausing, and more creativity and choice. in the quality of presence you bring. More freedom to respond from loving presence. Again, Mark Nepo. Our challenge each day is not to get dressed to face the world, but to unglove ourselves so that the doorknob feels cold and the car handle feels wet and the kiss goodbye feels like the lips of another being, soft and unrepeatable. Namaste, and thank you for your attention.